Thank you, Dan. I have a lot of things that I want to do still. I tried the retirement thing. It wasn't a good fit. I still have things that I think I can do for our community. Like Dan said, we are trying to attract independents to come into the Republican Party, but I'm telling all of you, I want everyone to come to the ideas that are being presented and look at them and see if it fits for their families. And I don't care what flavor you are of politics. I think that everybody wants to have safe neighborhoods, right? I mean, is that something everybody wants? It doesn't matter what your politics are. Everybody wants to have a job that they can provide for their families in a comfortable way. Everybody wants that. We all want to have good health care, and we want education for our kids. I mean, so everybody wants the same things, and we try to use wordsmithing to make the other guy sound like they don't really want it. Yes, they do. Both sides want it all. So I really try to focus on what is it that we need. And as running for Congress, there's a lot of things that I think I can do. I could be on the Judiciary Committee and vet the people that are coming in to be on the Judicial Commission. I also want to be on the Ethics Commission because I don't care what flavor you are. Some of those Congress people are not ethical, and they need to be exposed. And I don't care if they're Republicans. As a judge, see, I look at what the facts are, and I don't care what your party is, and I don't care what your race is, or your gender, or your love life. I don't care anything about that stuff. We should all have an opportunity in this world to be ourselves. And so that's my primary focus as running for Congress. Now, when you look at Congress, Congress is doing some stuff they're not supposed to do. I mean, the Constitution clearly said, oh, by the way, the states have rights, and everything we don't talk about right now belongs to the states. One of the things they didn't talk about at the beginning was education. That should belong to the states. We've got these big muckety-muck Board of Education people on the federal level making decisions for everyone in our community. In our community. They're trying to make it a cookie-cutter thing. This is the fun thing. Let's say we spend $100 each on our taxes. I'm just going to make it real simple because I know I pay a little bit more than that. I don't know about you. And let's say $20 of that goes to their education programs that they have. So I pay my $100, and $20 of that gets designated to some education thing in Congress, okay? Well, guess what? That $20 needed to stay in Nevada. And we don't need a muckety-muck Washington, D.C. person telling us how to raise our children. We should have our Board of Trustees and our education people that are in our legislature. Our people know what our resources are. They know what our people need. They know what we should be doing for our children. So the government shouldn't be using that $20 to bribe us. They take that $20 in and they say, I'll give you $5 back if you do it our way. If you'll do this class this way. If you'll do the teachers union this way. If you'll do all this other, we'll give you $5 back because they're going to use that other $15 to support all that top-heavy stuff that's going on. I'd rather have that $20 here and make my trustees and the school departments and all those people the powerful people in Nevada for education. And when they don't do their job, let's fire them. Not some bureaucrat. They don't get fired. They don't get voted for, so how can we fire them? So we don't belong, federal government. We need to be spending that time looking at our broken immigration system. It's broken. We started something a long time ago. We're now married to it, and we're afraid to get a divorce. As a divorce judge in the past, I know how to do that. I think all we have to do is look at the needs of our community. If we are right now taking in millions of people that come in without our permission, sneak in, whatever, however they get in, plus the 1 million that we say we're going to do, that means we have room for 13 million people a year. Why are we limiting it to 1 million? Why don't we open up how many we'll take? And maybe they won't have to come under the radar. Maybe they will do it legitimately. maybe if we get our processes put together the right way and we spend our time doing that instead of worrying about your math classes or your basket weaving classes, maybe we could get this thing ironed out and do the right thing for the people of America, and especially the people here in in Nevada. So I think we need to refocus what the government does and make sure it's something they're supposed to do. Same thing with medical care. They take our money, they go up there, they give it to all these bureaucrats and their buildings and their staffers and all that, and they dribble a little bit back down to us now and then. But what if Nevada wanted to be all Medicare? If we had the money, we could. We wouldn't need to do it any other way. If we just wanted to be Medicaid, if we just wanted to give everybody insurance the same, we could do more if we had the control of what gets done in Nevada. And guess what? If we do a good job, people will move here to Nevada because they like our insurance program. They like our education programs. Federal government isn't looking out for Nevada. They're looking out for their big things that they're doing, their one-size-fits-all things that they're doing. We need to look at what we need for Nevada, and the government, the federal government, needs to be doing things like protecting us, making sure our armies and our air forces and our navies and Marines and Coast Guard, and I hope I didn't lose anybody in that mix because, you know, you're getting in trouble. But seriously, we need to be focusing on that, making sure that the monies we take in, we're using efficiently and effectively to protect America. That does include the protection of our borders. We protect other people's borders. They have walls. They have borders, and we protect those. Why are we protecting ours? So many things that I really think we need to focus on. Inflation. You guys work for a living? Everybody show of hands, or you did, and now you're getting a nice little present, right? Called your pension or your retirement or whatever it is you set it up to be. You get that, right? And so, used to be your $100 income would match comfortably your $100 needs. Oh, but now you still have that $100 coming in, but now your needs are $120 or $30 or $40. That's not right. And if the government doesn't pay attention to what's going on, and that's what's happened, they spend our money like there's no tomorrow, and we end up footing that bill. Oh, not just us. Everyone in here with silvering hair, whether it's showing or not, we're stealing from our toddlers. We're stealing their money. We're stealing their future. We're stealing their rights. And we are trying to dictate things we shouldn't be dictating. So really think about who you vote for this time. If you keep voting for the same people, we're either going to have our country slide away, or maybe we can make some changes now before it gets too far along. They're predicting the next couple of voting cycles, we could be so in the hole with this thing that we're not going to be able to go back to the good. I'm almost 70. The good old days. The good old days. The days when we had family gatherings and we could watch television with my daughter sitting next to my husband, and maybe they weren't talking about tampons. You know, let's start being real people again and caring people and caring about each other. And we can do that. I know we can. With people like Dan in the Congress or in the Assembly. I was in the Assembly at one time back in 1995. I was in there against my now opponent if I make it through the general. And so I have a long history with her. And some people love her. And her staff does a fabulous job. I've heard that. I mean, I'm not even going to say she's not a good person. I'm not going to say that. I'm saying that things aren't going to change where we want it to go if we keep putting that same person in there to keep doing that same thing, because it's just going to get worse and worse. I want to thank you for your attention today. Diane Steele, woman of steel. I don't want to be your leader, though. I want to be your voice, because that's what a representative does. And I want to thank you very much for your attention here. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stick around. Please talk to me, but I really do want to have everybody go back to their beginnings, their mother's teachings and thoughts, and let's dig deep and let's get this country back, the ship upright again. Thank you so much. Thank you.